Okay, so here's just generally the things that I'm noticing immediately during this. Okay, the place looks amazing. Like the whole concept of the raid is amazing. Everything about this is literally stuff that I want to see in the game. There is no doubt about it at all. So when I first see this footage, the things that I have been looking at and looking for is what mechanics are we going to see in this. Now, granted, it is the normal mode, so it shouldn't be challenging or anything, and it's the first like minute or so of it. But there's some key details to it, okay? There's key details to how the mechanics are functioning that is concerning in some manner. It's fine, though. Alright, so let's look at it. Auto 1. Auto 2. Raid wide, I'm thinking, casting. 2 autos raid wide. Classic, nothing different, nothing adventurous at all, right? Another auto, then he teleports to the center of the arena. He teleports to the center of the arena. And then he does a half room cleave. Okay. We've seen that before. Followed by another half room cleave. Okay. And then again, half room cleave. Followed by another half room cleave. And he teleports to the center again after hitting once. So he hits the tank once. The tank right now is literally doing nothing. I know the hitbox is smaller, which is good. It's good. The hitbox being smaller is good, but it's literally resetting it for the tank immediately. There's no thought about where you need to take the boss or anything. Again, I know it's normal. I know it's the first one, but it literally was in the center, got moved back 2 feet, then went right back to the center and readjusted itself again. And now it's doing cleaves again. These look cool. They look really cool. These are Protean waves. But they don't, they're not targeting anyone. But they're just kind of a different way to do the cleaves. Then we have a tank buster. And the tank buster, actually, I don't know if there is any debuff or dot or bleed or anything. It looks like it's just straight damage there. Then a group stack and he jumps off the arena. They made such a huge deal about how raids were going to change and how they wanted their developers to take risk and everything. And so we should see evidence of that somewhere within this type of content. Right now, it looks exactly the same with almost zero difference at all. The biggest complaint people have about a lot of fights is that 2 autos raid wide is the opener for so many fights. Savage could be completely different. Absolutely could be completely different. But this doesn't give us any sign that things have changed yet, which is what I would hope we would see in the live letter that's focusing towards the raid content that's coming out. Maybe they're just trying not to spoil us in any way. They're trying to keep it like super under wraps, but I would hope he would say something about it too, right? I would hope he would say, hey, I know this looks kind of normal. We talked about this at PAX, but just wait. That's the kind of thing that I would hope to hear in this situation, but nothing was mentioned. It is something that matters. Right now, you have the healer strike that's going on. Maybe tanks should go their strike too, because it's teleporting back to the center, guys. And that's part of tank skill expression in this game is boss positioning. Absolutely, and I think it's supposed to be, at least, right? That's something that tanks are upset they've kind of lost in a lot of fights. But they're really not gaining it back right now. So I feel like it's valid to be concerned over seeing what we're seeing right now, because we should have hopefully seen some example of a change in the raid design. Now, on a second note, again, the one thing I noticed is in the translation for PAX is that it was said that in 7.1 and going forward, we would see new raid changes and new raid design and things like that. But so that could mean that the first raid we don't see a lot of changes in how they think fights should be designed, and then going into the ultimate and past that, maybe we'll see it. I hope it works out though, for sure. But we'll see. Yoshida, please don't hate me. I love you. You're the best in the world. But please give us exciting raids.